Sorry, I was wrong thing. I was thinking difficulty, not passive.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's adventure with the Unnamed Adventurers Guild. Tonight's adventure is called Evil Fish, partially because that's just the way I roll, but it will somewhat become obvious why later on. Tonight we have one new player and two returning players, and let's go around the room and everyone introduce themselves. Let's start with Matthew. Why don't you introduce the character you're playing? Then we'll do Laniel, and then we'll do Josh.
Okay. I'm Matt Taylor. I'm playing Adrin. He was a former mercenary of the Silent Rain. Left them just because he was kind of bored with how things were going there. Came to Illumina for a change. Things happen. He's learning things. Fights with magic and a longsword. Yeah, that's it. That's him.
Hello everyone. Right now I'm going to play Amalis. Doing this. She's a wooded female cleric of knowledge domain at the service of Angara, the Queen of Arvandor. She came from Faerun along with Lila and Aracris, and she used to team up with those two. She joined the guild and went to the mega dungeon at the south of the continent, but after a while she returned with Lila to the guild, and she's aching for adventure. She has her mace, a longbow, and the usual cleric stuff. She got Lila and Aracris pay her a weaver armor. That's where her AC is so high.
What kind of armor is it?
Weaver. It's
a weaver. Okay, got it. I know the armor you're talking about. It's
okay.
Is it a plus something studded, or?
It's like basically it's like a breastplate, but with a +3 on dexterity.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. And Josh.
Hi. My character I'm going to be playing as is Amzer Milka. He's 23 years old. He used to do research at a library in the capital, not the Great Library, of course, but like something not too grand but not too crummy either. And he was forced out of that community due to what they called immoral practices, but they don't know what they're talking about. When he left, he took a book with him that he wasn't supposed to take, and he went to explore the world by himself to explore places and figure out their secrets and study their texts. He wishes that his parents could see him now, and he came to the guild because he'd think it'd be a lot easier to go to be with a group of people to find more knowledge in tougher places.
Excellent. All right. Thank you for your introduction. And you're level 1 warlock, and your fighting style, are you a frontline? Are you stand back pew?
I feel like I'm purely backline. I don't feel like I should be able to be up close and see the person's face to be able to kill them.
Well, welcome. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining our game. Thanks for joining the guild. So I think how we'll start is if everyone else is amenable, we'll have Amalis and Adrian sort of in the guild and in the main hall, and you enter. So basically, Adrian and Amalis. In walks a tiefling in leather armor, and as you look around, Josh, and what was the name of your character again? I'm sorry.
Amzir.
As Amzir looks around, he notices a fairly standard guild hall. It's set up much like a small tavern. There's a few tables and chairs, a very small bar, a small stage. And there are a few characters milling about, an old dwarven woman behind the bar, and you enter. What do you do?
Well, since I've been traveling for so long, I feel like a little bit peckish. I'm gonna go up to the bar and try to get some food.
Very well. You motion over the dwarven woman, and she walks up and says, "Yes, dear. What can I do for you?"
I've been traveling for quite a long time. I would like something to eat.
Well, today the wild boar is fresh, and we have this mead that we're trying to get. I mean, that's on sale, and so for 2 silver, I can give you a plate and a glass of mead.
Okay. Please do that.
Okay, she walks to the back, and you kind of hear rustling around, and a few minutes later, she walks out and throws down basically a pewter plate with a few slices of boar meat, some dark, heavy bread, a little slice of cheese, and a stein of meat.
Okay, I thank her for the meal, and I dig in.
She winks at you before going back to cleaning the one glass with the dirty rag. Looks like we have a new joiner here, Mulkazar. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that. We'll have you do an introduction here in a minute, but Amalis, Adrian, you see this tiefling walk up to the bar and sit down to eat. Can you do anything?
I'm checking my character because it was a long time since I played her, so I do not remember her traits. Mhm.
And
She will go and welcome him.
Adrian will look up from the book and wonder, when did we start having food here? And yell to the new guy. Up the stairs, second door on the left, knock first before entering. Then you go back to reading his book.
Huh? Excuse me?
Yeah, all new recruits have to sign up with Guildmaster.
Okay. So I finished my meal and I go up the stairs and second door on the left. And I knock.
Okay. Knock on the door, and you hear muffled, "Come in."
What? Sorry. What?
You hear a muffled voice behind the door. "Come in."
Okay, so I open the door.
Behind the desk, you see the Guildmaster Pincus, and middle-aged to elderly gentleman sitting there, working at a logbook. And he looks up for a moment and says, "Yes, can I help you?"
I would like to register with your guild.
Very well, welcome. He bends over, pulls a small logbook out of his desk drawer and flips it open and gets to a blank page, and writes on there the date and the time, and turns it towards you and says, "Can you write and sign your name? And that'll be 1 silver. With that, you will be eligible for jobs and certain other benefits within the guild."
I was like, okay, so I go up and I sign and I give him the silver.
Okay. He says, "Why don't you go downstairs? I'll actually be down in a moment. I'm just finishing up here. I've actually got a job for the group, and so I'll be down in a moment."
Okay. I leave. I close the door and I go back down to the main area.
So before we move to the next step, why don't we have our new joiner do a quick intro, and just for your awareness, you will be also sitting in the guild hall, just for simplicity's sake, this morning, when all this is happening.
All right. So what you would see is Emma sitting down, looking quite comfortable. Is a very large, rotund man, not large in the sense of muscle, but large in he's fat. And he is in these simple brown robes, and he's just kind of sitting down with going through a little book. It's a very tiny book, maybe looks like a personal notebook or something like that. And he is quietly sipping some sort of drink that he presumably got from the tavern across the street, and came back to the guild hall to just kind of sit down and read in the morning, afternoon, or whatever time of day it is.
Okay, and just real quickly, what, out of character, what are you playing? What's his name? And how does he work in this world?
How does he work?
By which I mean, some folks are backline fighters, some folks are spellcasters, some folks
okay.
hit your face, hit you with a hammer. How do you generally play this character?
Yes. My name is Maurice Finagast. I am a priest of the Earth Mother Shanti. I don't really fancy melee combat much. I much prefer to be in the back, supporting my friends, usually my friend Mongo, but he's off on some other venture right now. I can't get him out of his room. So here I am, sitting here, reading, just reading, hanging out.
Excellent. Thank you. Okay. So around this time, Pincus does come downstairs, not long after our new tiefling friend, and just boldly announces to the group, we've got a call for adventurers. There's a fishing village a few days ride from Illumina that is experiencing some strange occurrences, and things are going missing, and lots of bumps in the night. Who's interested in seeing what's happening and helping out this village?
And Lila moves closer to the known Pincus, the headmaster, and says, Hi, I am interested.
Excellent, excellent.
Hmm.
Anyone else, or is she going by herself?
If it pays well, I'll go.
It's a 25 gold a piece to go, plus any spoils that you come across.
I pat my pockets and I check my pouch and I realize it's almost empty from my travels, and I'm like, sure, why not? It'll be interesting.
And Maurice would calmly look over and calmly sip the drink from his mug. On closer inspection, you'd actually see that it's is emblazoned with the a symbol of his goddess Shanti. But he'd basically look over, say, "Oh, bump in the night, hmm? Now you might have need of a priest yet. I shall accompany you all. It's been rather boring the past week. I haven't really done anything."
Okay. At that, Pincus notes who all's going and says it's probably best that you prepare quickly. They say that while the odd noises and events don't happen every night, based on what we've been able to tell, there's probably going to be another event in 2 nights, and so it's best that you all make your way there. And it is almost 2 days' ride from here. So,
Ooh, how exciting!
Does any of you have a way, a transport to get there? Are they providing transport? She says to Pincus. She asked to Pincus.
no, they're not providing transport. This is it's only a couple days from here. So if you need transport, that's up to you.
Forgive me, my lady. We do not have any transport. I'm not sure what happened to the cart that Mongo commandeered on our way into the city. And I'm still rather new here, so I'm not entirely sure. Perhaps someone more experienced would know.
I mean, you always have the option of renting the guild a wagon and tack, but
Can she ask? There are at least 2 characters that I know that have a cart, have a wagon in the in the members of the guild. One is my character, and another is Carrick. Is any of those in there?
well, you can. Are you asking? Are they here in the guild hall at this moment?
Basically, I am out of character asking you if you will allow her to ask my character to rent or borrow the wagon and the horses. We only need to hire someone who drives the cart. The wagon.
If we can get the cart, I can maintain it. I know how to lead the horses.
Okay. And does your character Lionel have horses as well, or are those?
Yes, 2 horses, 2 drafting horses, junkies, and if the driver is not well trained, they will begin to play and do stuff.
So I guess my only question would be, and this is about your other character. I know who you're talking about, but I don't exactly have their personality memorized. Is this something they're likely to give up for free, or are they going to want something?
Well, she's her. Basically, yes. He will not only. She will only require for those who borrow it to keep both the horses and the wagon in good condition and healthy.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's one of the benefits of being in the guild, right? So, or
my character is quite helpful about that.
Sure. So, let's just assume, unless we really want to role play this out, that that's what occurs. You guys get your horses and wagon now. Does anybody need to do any shopping? Do you need any equipment, potions, what have you, before we get on the road?
Okay. My character will put 300 gold pieces in the credit union, so she has her pouch lighter. It is for the records.
You can do that in downtime. Normally, you
Okay.
just have to message me.
Right. So anything you need to prepare for the adventure, right here. Anything like that, yeah, just do it outside the game. That's fine.
Ideally, if you're not a new character, you can also do shopping in your downtime as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Maurice would say, give me 1 moment. I need to go get something. And he'd be back in like 2-3 minutes. And he'd come back with a wooden shield strapped over his back. Like, well, I'm all ready to go. Just waiting on you all.
Okay. Are we... I'm not hearing a bunch of folks jumping up to go shopping, so if we're ready, let's hit the road. So I'm sorry, go ahead.
Let's go.
All right. Again, I'm a little new to hosting on Hangouts, so I can't throw the map up, but if you go to the Facebook page or to a copy of the map, basically where we're going is I'm sorry, okay, so what?
Pardon me, but where is it? Where's the map?
If you go to the home page of the guild,
I'm loading the map.
Oh, it's right there.
Yeah, it's right there at the top of the page.
Okay.
I would greet. Beep 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 beep.
That part's Dark Queen's Lair. Evil Magic Shrine. I might want to go there eventually. That seems interesting.
Okay, so basically where you're starting is in Illumina. And as you see, the road kind of goes to the north and then crosses over that small river, heading...
Shading it.
Sorry?
Shading it.
Oh, yes. What Lineal's sharing. Hold on, let me see if I can... there we go. So in essence, heading up across the river here and down, and where you're headed is not visible here, but it's a little further down the coast on this side of the yeah,
where?
Exactly. Right around here. Right around.
The only cursor that shows is mine, so you
yeah. So if
to
it's
Illumina, it's 2-3 squares down.
Yep. Go right there. Now go just yes, there. That's perfect.
Okay.
So that's where you're heading.
That is
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 days walking.
You're not walking. You're on horseback.
Yeah.
And if that's 5 days, then go up a little bit because you're only going about 2 days.
Okay, 2 days is around here.
It takes 2 days just to get to Red Gill.
Oh, okay. And guys, I'm sorry, I'm still learning this world.
Yeah.
No problem.
So I'm gonna retcon a little bit and say that we're heading 3 days away, and where that little bit of forest is, if you go down Lanil 1 square, yeah, just on the other side of it, south.
A little bit down.
Yeah, just right around there, or just south of there. That's where we'll say we're going within 3 days ride.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can use the ship of the
No, not really.
but we are low on cash to hire people, so
Yeah, well, yeah. For one thing, Belnor has that ship, and who knows if it's even in port.
Oh, come on, guys. We don't need to take a ship. We're good.
And we don't even know
What's
if that
wrong?
village has a dock that can handle that ship.
It's a fishing village. It has to have a dock.
Yes, but this it's a huge ship.
I was about to say, pretty small dock. I mean, I posted a picture to the event page of
You can't dock that. You would have to anchor it off.
Well, I didn't know how big the ship was. I thought you meant like a little fishing ship or something. Considering
It's one size smaller than a galley.
Come on, what get that ship? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, sure.
It's
Okay,
it's
so-
a 3-mast ship. It's huge.
Nice.
All right. Okay. So the group's heading out. You know, we've got a 3 days 3 days worth of journey here. So the first day is fairly uneventful. You make it up to the northernmost passage there, and set camp for the evening. For the second day, though, I'd like folks to roll survival check, and I actually am looking at our driver, our cart driver.
Who's driving the cart?
I'm driving the cart.
Yep. Roll a survival check.
Ooh, that was not good. That was a 4.
Oh my god!
Okay. So
He's always gone to
that's
Red
for-
Gill by
from-
boat. He has never taken the road there.
Is everything all right up there, Master Elf?
Yeah, I think this is the way it's supposed to go.
okay. So as you're riding a little bit past midday, you come to an area that's a little bit heavier wooded, and as you're going through that area, you hear a and basically 6 giant snakes drop out of the trees above you.
God.
You have stumbled into basically a nest of giant poisonous snakes. So
What could else?
why don't we go ahead and roll initiative?
Damn it! Stalingrad. Wonderful.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit curious. Did you roll a d6 to see how many were going to be here?
No, I tried to calculate it based on relative size of the group.
Oh, okay.
And so forth.
Good.
I rolled
Good.
absolute shit from this shit.
Because if you rolled a d6, it'd be like, that's our freaking luck.
We get lost, and now I think I should have drove the cart.
All right. I think my dex is a 0. It's. I'll put it in the chat. Sorry.
Yes, thank you.
14.16.
What?
16 dexterity.
No, it's 14 point.
I rolled a 9.
Okay. All right. So one of the snakes is actually going to go first, and he's going to drop on our driver friend here. So let's see how well he rolls. All right. Oh, that's a 25 hit.
Yes, it does.
All right. Ooh, God, this is just wrong. You take 8 points of piercing damage and make a con save.
How much piercing damage?
8.
Ah, okay.
13.
Excellent. So you only take 4 points of additional poison damage.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Okay. I am.
So Matt, and I'm sorry, your character's name was
Adrian.
Adrian, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to draw my sword. And I'm going to start blade singing and attack. Does oh good, that's a 9. 17.
Yes.
Oh wait, no. Wrong one. That's a 16.
Yes.
Okay. So I slash it for 10 points of damage.
Yeah, that snake felt that in big time. It's still slithering, but just barely. Okay, so it's Mol Kaiser's turn.
Indeed. All right, so Maurice would immediately go. Maurice would immediately kind of clumsily unstrap his shield, his wooden shield from his back, and kind of just hold it in front of him. It kind of seems like he doesn't really know what he's doing with it, but he's gonna try and use it to the best of his ability. And what would it be considered to don the shield? Is it like an action and action economy?
So you basically can get one free action per round if it's around if you're pulling a weapon or donning a shield. So if you don the shield and pull a weapon, one of those is going to cost you.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
No, that's
but
fine.
if you're only doing one of them, then one of them's free.
All right. So he would don the shield, and then he would look towards I'm sorry, what is your character's name, Matthew? Adrian, and you're the one who got beasted on, right?
Yeah.
You take a shit ton of damage. All right. All right. Yeah. So you would see the shield begin to glow a little bit as the rose symbol on the shield, the symbol of Shanti, begins to glow, and he would mutter an incantation, and he is going to cast a healing word on you as a bonus action, and at the same time, a bright yellow radiant flower appears like right under the snake, and that's going to need to make a dexterity saving throw. It's a bonus action for healing word and an action for sacred flame.
You can only do one of those because you can only cast one.
No, hold on. Sacred Flame's a cantrip, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can
do that.
cantrip and
You can use
spell on a bonus
cantrip.
action.
Yes,
Oh.
you can do that.
I thought that included cantrips.
Not cantrips. No, cantrips are the one exception.
Okay. I wasn't entirely sure, but now I know. All right.
No problem. So it's you said it's a dex saving throw, right?
Yes, DC 14.
He does not. It does not make it.
All right, and Matthew, you're going to get 10 hit points back from that healing word.
And So which snake did you attack? The one that had attacked Matthew or another one?
Yes. The one that attacked Matthew.
Okay. So this bright silver radiant light engulfs the snake and literally burns it to ash.
I also rolled max damage as well.
Nice.
It's thematically and mechanically. I like it.
There you go.
This is not going to be fun.
And
It had
Maurice.
1 hit point left, so it really didn't matter what you rolled.
Okay. And so Maurice would immediately, if there were other snakes, I don't think he would even notice the snake notice the other snakes in that one moment. It's like, oh, good. Well, now that's taken care of, and then a bunch of other snakes.
Love it. Okay. So Amalis, it's your turn.
Are there any snakes close to the horses?
Yes, there are 2 snakes close to the horses.
So she will use in fear that one of the snakes takes down one of the horses. She will just cast a guiding bolt at one of them, at the one who is closest to the horses.
All right. Is that an attack roll or a saving throw?
Attack roll 19.
Yeah, it definitely hits.
20 points of damage.
And you basically also evaporate a snake.
Oh my god.
It's radiant damage, so
Yeah, so it just burns to ash. All right, so it is one of the snake's turns.
Damn it.
The one that's near the horse is going to attack. Let's see, who else would be standing nearby? Let's attack Amalis. It's not smart. It just sees you kind of close to the horses and attacks.
Sure, she moved to
Would you
protect
say
her.
me?
No, Lineal's character.
Oh, okay.
So let me. Does a 12 hit?
No.
All right. So it's another snake's turn. It's going to attack our bumbling oblivious Maurice.
Oh no.
Ooh, yeah, that hit 22.
Yeah.
All right, let's see how bad we do. 5 points of damage, piercing, and then do a DC. Do a con save. Sorry.
All right. What's my con? All right, that was a 12.
12. Okay. So you'll take an additional 3 points of poison damage.
So 8 in all.
8 overall.
All right. And Maurice would go, ah! Oh, he'd scream. He'd definitely yelp out in pain. I mean, you definitely get the feeling that that he is not battle hardened in any sense of the word.
Let's see here. Hold on. Didn't make that change. Let me just do that and that. Okay. It's Emzer's turn. Emzar? Josh?
He's not muted.
Yeah. You there, Josh? Okay, then. Let's see here. Actually, that one is dead. That one is dead. All right. So we've got one more. He's going to attack Matt again. Sorry.
This time I'm ready.
All right. Ooh, 19 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Awesome. Okay. So we're at the top of the round. You killed the snake that's at the top. So Matt, it's your turn.
I'm going to kill the other snake around the horses.
Okay.
I am going to cast Scorching Ray at it.
Ooh.
So I flip around my sword, put my hand behind. There's a ruby attached to the hilt of my sword, and I just put my hand behind it and just shoot 3 fireballs out of it at the snake. This is a 13 hit.
No.
Okay. 17.
Yes.
And that one was 26. So 2 out of the 3 hits for that would be 14 points of fire damage.
So this one also burns to ash, but you notice it's a slightly different shade color of ash since it's fire instead of radiant. It's got an orangish tint to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Maurice, it's your turn.
All right, so Maurice right now is reeling. He's probably I don't know. Where do you think he got bit, or is it up to me?
Yeah, he got bit in the calf.
In the calf. All right. So yeah, Maurice would definitely. Just in pain. He would have dropped his shield and kind of fallen to the ground.
Amadis will go and attend him.
It's not your turn yet. It's not your turn yet.
Okay. So are we still in combat?
Why can't I hear you?
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, Maurice. Finish your. So
I can't hear anything.
Who is that? Josh? Well,
Yeah, it's Josh.
Okay. Anyway, go ahead, Maurice.
All right, yeah. Maurice would actually.
Hello? My I don't know what happened. My Chrome crashed, and I'm like, shit.
Yeah, try reload. Try again.
There we go.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh man, if only I could get through this description of me being in mind-numbing pain.
But why? What did I miss?
Sorry.
Me
You
getting
missed
bit by a
your
snake.
turn for one thing. So as soon as
And
Maurice finishes, I'll let you go.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Yeah. Maurice would fall to the ground, drop his shield, and kind of stumble and kind of scooch back. And he'd be holding his calf. And I think in a panic, he would actually expend another one of his spell slots to cast Cure Wounds on himself.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and so that's fully healed. You can see the poison just a drip out of the wound, and the wound closes up, and he's just like, and that's his turn.
Okay. Josh, I'm going to let you go next since you missed your turn.
Yeah.
There are 3 snakes left.
Which one's the closest to me?
There's one about midway back on the cart. that's closest to you.
Okay. How are the horses doing?
They're panicky. They've not quite tried to bolt yet, but they probably don't have much keeping them from doing so.
So are there any snakes on the cart or in front of it?
No. There's a snake that's close to you, and then there's two other snakes on the other side of the cart, but none that are in front or on.
I might try to jump in the driver's seat and try to drive away.
Okay.
I'm actually going to use is there any of them that look like they could drop out and bite me if I try to run up to the driver's to the front of the carriage?
Yes. The one that is closest to you could definitely reach you.
Okay, can I use Dissonant Whispers on it? It's a level 1 spell that I got from my Great Old One. And it has to make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, it takes 3d6 of psychic damage, and creature moves far as away as possible from me.
Yeah, that should work. I don't know why can't I see the darn spell? Hold on. Sorry, give me 1 sec.
Oh yeah, by the way, another note, is everyone on the cart?
No.
Okay.
As far as I know, I am definitely on the cart right now.
Oh. Okay. So wisdom saving throw. What's your DC?
13? Question mark? I'm pretty sure it's 13.
Is your charisma 16 or 17?
My charisma is 16. Yeah, I get a spell save DC of 13.
Yeah,
So
13.
Yeah, that sounds right. All right. So let's see here. Wisdom.
Come on.
Okay. Sure. Let's try that.
Come on.
It made it save. Does
Damn
it take damage or no damage?
Not that I know of. Not that I've written down on here.
Half damage.
I believe it takes.
But does
It
it
takes half damage? Okay, so I would roll 3d6.
and then have it.
It takes 4 points of psychic damage.
So you see the snake in front of you kind of shake its head, almost like a dog. I mean, you can definitely see that it felt that. Are you going to move, or are you going to stay where you are?
I'm gonna stay where I am because I don't feel like getting bitten and dying.
Okay. All right, Amalis, it's your turn.
So I used up my only spell slot, so I can't do any more of those.
Are there still snakes? Are there snakes inside the cart?
No. There's one snake on the left side facing forward, and there's two snakes on the right side facing forward. Not in the cart, but on the outside of the cart.
Okay, so she will move to and jump on the cart. I'm guessing that's enough. Does not waste all the movement.
So where were you standing in relationship to the cart?
Basically, she attacked one from the cart and then moved to protect the horses from the other snake.
Okay. And how long is the cart?
10 by 10 foot plus the horses.
That's a big cart.
Okay. Technically, these snakes do have reach. It's borderline whether they could reach you. We'll say for now they can't, but just be aware They are big.
Okay, so she will take her. Okay, no, that doesn't. She will. The mace does so little damage. Can she use her sacred flame on one of them and
Yes.
move to the card?
Yes.
Okay. So she will use her sacred flame, DC 14, 3 points of damage, and she will begin to move. She will, if she sees that the horses are still in danger, she will move to protect the horses from the snakes.
I mean, at 10 by 10 feet, yeah, everybody's in danger. Horses, you, Maurice, everybody. they're big snakes. So yes, your sacred flame, it failed its save, so you did damage one of them, and it hisses loudly. It's probably not intelligent enough to know exactly what hit it, but you pissed it off. Okay, is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
All right, so it's one of the snake's turns. So one of them will attack you since you were the most recent thing that moved. Whoops. And let me do that in something where I can actually get a dice roll. 11.
No, it misses.
Okay. All right. And it's the other snake's turn now, and it's going to attack Josh.
Bring it on.
Oh, yeah, 19 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits. See you later, guys.
Let's see
He might have brought it on.
All right, it did 5 piercing. Go ahead and make a con save.
Woo, stayed alive. Okay, let's see. Do I need it? I did up. I got a 20, unnatural 20.
Yeah, you're fine. So you take 2 additional damage. So you took 2 poison damage.
Okay, I'm in rough shape right now.
All right.
Clinging on to life.
It's your turn.
My turn?
Yeah, because I gave you an extra turn since you missed last time.
Oh,
so
okay.
now you've come up in the initiative order again.
So obviously I'm hurting really bad. Fighting on to life barely. I am what's behind me?
Are you on the cart?
Oh yeah, I'm on the cart in like the back corner.
So a little piece of wood that marks the edge of the cart.
Okay, so there's no snakes or anything.
Directly behind you, no.
Behind me. Okay.
It's a wagon. I might be wrong with the size, but it's around that what I see.
And if I go forward and I get an attack opportunity, which means you'll probably most likely hit and I die. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the closest one to me in the face.
All right.
Come on, Josh needs a new pair of shoes. 21.
Yeah, definitely hit.
And it does 7 points of force damage.
And you knock that snake back. It literally, almost like have you seen sort of the rag doll in Skyrim, where it just sort of just flings way off into the distance. Yeah, this does exactly that. It's dead. It's kind of it's gone.
I live to fight another day, maybe.
Yep. All right. So there's let's see. Let me just double check here. Yep. So there's another snake that comes up in. Well, are you finished? Is that the end of your turn?
Doesn't look like I pissed off any more snakes.
Beast
I mean, they all look kind of like snakes, and they are very emotive in a very snake-like way. If you could read a snake's emotion, you would probably see that they're snakes.
Snakes. Wow. Okay. I'm going to. I'm gonna stay where I am because I don't want to jump off just in case someone tries to jump on and drive away, and I don't want to be left alone with snakes.
All right. So the next snake's gonna go. It's going to. I'm trying to visualize where folks are. Matt's still setting up front. We've got Mollis, and yeah, he's going to swing at Mollis. It got a 13.
It misses.
Misses. Okay. All right, Matt. It's your turn again.
Are the two snakes that left within 5 feet of each other?
No, one's on one side of the cart, the other's on the other side of the cart.
Only if they were on the same side, I could have ended it right here. I'm just going to attack one of them.
Okay.
With 12?
No. Okay. You gonna do anything else?
I should have gotten Blade Ward, but no.
Yeah.
I decided to choose Boost this way.
I'm sorry. It's just when you said no. It's just like how dare you even ask if 12 hits this thing? How dare you?
How dare you, dirty heathen?
Exactly. So Maurice, it's your turn.
Okay. How many snakes are in commission right now?
There's 2 snakes left.
I blew one to like the moon, I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen what happens when a giant hits you in that game, right?
Yeah, that's what you like.
All right, and from his sitting position, he probably tries to get up, stumbles back down. I mean, even though he healed his leg, he's still wobbly. But he would look towards another snake. He would just say, "Back to the Earth Mother with you," and another golden flower would erupt under the thing.
All right, and that's a sacred flame, right?
Yes.
Does a 12 make its DC?
No, it does not.
Save? Okay, so how much?
It is 2 points of damage.
2 massive points of damage.
If a snake could laugh, it would laugh at you. Like, ooh, warm.
Yeah, and then I also like to think it's like that just because Maurice's concentration is so off right now. That it was probably a lot smaller of a flower.
All right. Anything else?
No, I don't think so. If there was like a way I could scoot back towards a wall in the cart that's maybe farther away from snakes, then I guess I would do that.
Okay. All right, Amalis, it's your turn.
Yeah, basically she will do the same. Because she has a better grasp with the sacred flame.
Okay.
DC 14 and 6 points of damage. Of radiant damage.
Did not make it save. And yes, you hit the same one that Maurice did, and that was enough to finish it off.
Okay.
All right, so there's one snake left.
She will move to protect the horses.
Okay. So Josh, it's your turn.
Okay, so where's the one snake that is left?
It's on the right side of the cart.
So in
It's
other
not
words,
in
if
the cart. It's outside the cart, but it's on the right side outside the cart.
so there's still some people off the cart, right?
It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like everyone's on the cart.
Okay. So if I nudge up across like the left wall and try to get my way to the driver's seat, would I think I would potentially get attacked?
No, you could make it without getting attacked.
Okay. Could I try to I'm gonna hug the left wall with dear life and try to get to the other side and into the driver's seat of the carriage.
Now go away. This is my wall.
I don't feel like dying today. I'm sorry. I don't feel like dying today. I'm gonna sit down in the seat.
Neither do I. Get away.
I want to sit down in the seat and try to shoo on the horses so we can just go.
Roll an animal handling check.
Come on, animal handling. Don't fail me now. I just have a +1 in it, but what can go wrong? Probably a lot of things, but you know. Damn it! I rolled a 5.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the horses pay you no mind whatsoever. They whinny a little bit at the snake, but are not moving.
Stupid horses.
All right. So that was your action.
Okay. That's fair.
So the remaining snake is going to it's going to attack Amalis. Oh, and it hits. 23 to hit.
Okay.
And 4 damage. Do a con save.
13.
15, you said?
1, 3.
1, 3. Okay. All right, let's see. You take 4 points of poison damage.
4 plus.
So that's 8 damage.
Okay. Ouch.
Hold on a second. All right. So, okay. And it's Matt's turn again.
Finished.
Can I take a swipe at the snake with Sane in the cart?
With longsword?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Okay. I'm going to take a swipe at it. Actually, no. I am going to flip it around, take the same position had before, and I'm going to focus a ball of fire at it. I'm using Firebolt.
Firebolt, okay.
I rolled a 23.
Okay, how much damage?
I just have to find my other. Oh, that'll do. 12 points of fire damage.
Ooh. Yeah, you eviscerate that snake. There's not even ash left. I mean, it's just little particulates on the wind.
Ooh, we did not get a leather.
No, you didn't. You kept burning them up.
Yeah. Is there any of their heads still complete for the venom glands?
No, I mean, there's nothing left of any of them except for the one that he shot to the moon. But I mean, good luck finding it.
Oh, and out of character, real quick. Can I just make one comment? These horses that we have are fucking badasses. They got 6 giant snakes and they're just standing there not moving. It's like we don't give two shits.
I'm like, go.
Yeah, you're right. You know, they were in shock. They fainted, but they stayed standing up. So.
Oh, they fainted? Oh, I don't remember that.
Oh, so they're like, wake up.
I'm going to go back to the driver's seat and using my proficiency in land vehicles to get them moving again.
Hey, how's it going?
She will try to soothe them and calm them to and like talk to them that everything is alright and that she was protecting them, that the danger has passed.
All right. So the horses take to the instruction in driving well, and you continue your day.
I'm gonna take a nap because I'm near death. I'm just gonna lay down and catch a few Z's.
So this is your second day on the road, and at the end of your day, you're able to set camp. I assume that you'll have a normal watch pattern, but otherwise everyone's taking a long rest. So assume that you get one long rest before we get to the village. I need to take a short break, so let's take 5 or 10 real quick.
Okay.
Smoke if you got them, and then we'll get back to it, and we'll get to the fun stuff.
Nice.
Right?
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
That dank herb.
Yeah.
All right. I'm back. Just let me know when you guys are back.
Hello?
I'm back.
I'm here.
I got a giant thing of applesauce. I'm happy.
Ooh, that sounds good.
With some cinnamon, too.
I sent you through Facebook the map I made that I use that has a grid in case you need it. For sharing the screen, it's in the leftmost menu on the Hangout. The second one is a green with an arrow. It's a green
Yeah, but it
screen with an
says
arrow.
share your entire screen or an. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I got it. No, I mean that's yeah. Thank you. I don't think we need to look at the map again though for today. I think we'll be all right.
Okay.
I think so.
I think it was more point of reference just so we know where we're going.
Exactly.
Nah.
Maurice, are you back?
The priest of Shanti is always ready.
All right.
Stupid priest.
Okay.
So you complete your day's travel. You camp out for the night, and it's uneventful. Nothing happens.
Good.
Getting up the next morning, and back on the road. You've got about a little over half day to go. Let's get one more survival check from our navigator.
You can go ahead and use guidance from Amaris.
So that's 1d4 extra.
Yeah, let's go ahead and start it like we did last time.
Master Elf, do you see anything up ahead?
Well, with a whole 10, I think I still know where we're going.
I love it.
Yes, you're able to remain on track and do the village at late afternoon.
Finally, we're here. We did get lost. We didn't get lost like last time.
And
Navigator.
in approaching the village, it is tiny. It's a few shacks. Very almost none of the buildings look sturdy. They're fishing shacks. It's a very small village. As the group approaches, an elderly dwarf sees you coming and walks out to the road to meet you. Sorry, give me 1 second. So he waves at you in greeting and says, "Hello and welcome to the town of Sutton."
What did it really call this?
I'm sorry.
Nothing. Nothing. Keeping.
Are you from Illumina? Are you from the guild?
Yes, and I unfurl my collar to show I have a little thing that's the crest of the guild.
Oh, wonderful! Thank the gods. My name is Mako Jereb. I'm one of the elders of this village, and we have been having all sorts of trouble lately. It seems like every few nights a great wailing comes from the woods a few miles from here, and there are strange lights and a fog rolls in. We don't know what's going on, but we're quite frightened. We've had a few villagers attacked. Luckily, no one has been killed yet, but it's been,
This
been quite trying.
Do you know what they're attacked by? Do you got like a rough description of it?
It always happens from the shadows. We can never see what it is. It's all we know is it's fairly small and it gibbers in a strange tongue, but we can't tell anything beyond that.
So has anyone recently been attacked by this creature?
Oh yes, our net weaver, Mesum, was recently attacked.
Is he alive or has he passed?
He's alive, but quite injured. Hasn't been able to weave nets for days now. His hut is this one right over here, and he points off in the distance to a hut about 60, 70 feet away, and says he is in there convalescing.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna ask him. Can I check his wounds, and I might be able to see what potentially we're dealing with?
Yes. Any help.
Can you show me where he was attacked while they go look at his wounds?
I'm gonna go check out his wounds. As I walk there, can I do an Arcana check to see if there's anything weird going on? Specifically,
Arcana check for
something that feels like evilish, like evil. Off.
So like a general magic evil aura? Is that what you're...
Yeah, some like evil aura of sorts.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Roll.
Can I roll to see if it sounds like
unnatural
a ghost spirit or undead of sorts?
Sure. Let's do one check at a time though. So, Mr. Arcana check. What did you get?
Unnatural 20.
A natural 20.
Unnatural 20.
An unnatural 20. So yeah, I mean you're not able to sense any magical influence in the immediate area. Okay. And then who was checking for spirits and
I wanted to roll Arcana to see if it was some sort of mystical creature or spirit that was attacking.
Yeah, you can, but just to note, they never said the attacks took place within the village proper.
Yeah, Amalis will ask the dwarf to please take us where the attacks were, so the party can inspect the area and take notes of the markings, footsteps, and stuff like that to get a better idea.
At that he waves down a human that's standing not too far off and says, sorry, Kimmin here is our local wildlife expert. He's very familiar with the area where this attack took place. He can show you. He can show you where it happened.
Sure.
If you would all excuse me, I think I'm going to go over to the hut where Mr. Amza went. He doesn't. No offense to him, he doesn't strike me as a man who would know much about the healing arts. So I'm going to go over there and assist him.
Okay, let's start with the hut. So both of you walk in, and on a cot, basically in the hut, and you notice the room's not much larger than the cot itself. There's enough room there for the small bed, a stool, a small basin and a little corner where he keeps some netting equipment for keeping up with and repairing the nets.
Okay.
Sorry?
Nothing. Keep it going. Sorry, I thought you were done.
No. And so on that cot, you see a man lying there. He's heavily bandaged on his arms, over his face. Part of his face is covered, and over his chest. And he's lying there, apparently asleep.
I would try to shake him awake to see whether or not he's sleeping or he's unconscious before I do anything.
Right. Hey, be gentle now.
So when you shake him, he wakes with a start.
Hi.
Who are you? What?
Oh, we came.
And he looks and he sees this horned red creature in his face.
Oh, this is what I was afraid of.
Screaming his head off. He is terrified. He has no idea what's going on.
We're from the guild. We're here to help. Didn't mean to scare the living shit out of you.
You?
Yeah,
What guild?
Just wait. We are here with me and my companion here and others. We are here to help you. We're here to get to the bottom of what exactly attacked you and what is going on in this village. If you wouldn't mind, would you let me examine your wounds? I want to get a better idea of what it is I'm working with here.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
All right. Am I proficient in persuasion? I have no idea. Let me look.
I'm pretty good at persuasion. That's why
you can assist.
Okay, I'm gonna assist him.
Okay, you can assist.
Yay, advantage. Okay.
Okay.
So I got a 12.
I got a 15.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, that's sufficient. He, after a moment, calms down. He has seen a tiefling before, but only once, and basically only at the fair. And so it took him by surprise to wake up to a stranger in his face that was not of halfling or dwarf or human persuasion. But he's calmed down now, and he says, yes, of course. And he undoes the bandage over his face and undoes one of the bandages over his arms. Are either one of you proficient in medicine?
Yes.
No. No.
Yeah.
Roll a medicine.
Yeah. So Maurice would do a medical examiner things. He'd like get the arm kind of extended, gingerly kind of look over the wound. And that would be I believe that is an 18.
Oh. So you look at the wounds. They're definitely caused by a weapon. These are they look like sword wounds. There's nothing unusual about them beyond that.
Small creature building.
It doesn't appear, although I can't say for certain, it doesn't appear that a creature of the forest attacked you. It looks much like a weapon wound. I've seen them before. Let me go ahead and redo your bandages here.
And I have the healer feat, so I'm going to go ahead and expend one use of my healing thing and give him a die 6 plus 4 hit points.
Oh.
Oh no, I don't know how this works with NPCs. Would he have 1 hit die?
Effectively, yes.
All right, so it would be a 1 die 6 plus 5.
What'd you roll?
He gets 7 back.
Miraculously, he after you finish, he sits on the edge of his bed and he looks at you and he says, "I feel 100% better. Thank you, preacher man."
Yes. Yes.
Of all people who got stuck with.
Yes. I. Oh, sorry, I don't know why. I'm apparently really scatterbrained today. You're welcome.
And he actually gets up and walks out, and the village elder, the dwarf, looks at him and says, "Wow, you looked on death's edge yesterday." And he tells him, "Oh, I feel much better." At this, the dwarf claps you on the shoulder and shakes your hand, and the same for your tiefling compatriot, and says, "Thank you, thank you. Without our net maker and repairman, we won't catch much fish. This is a great boon to the village already. Thank you."
No worries. It was my pleasure. Our pleasure. My bad.
Could I do a history check on what could have potentially caused those runes? Like, because he described a small creature, and there were obviously sword runes. Can I do a history check to think of any creature that could potentially done that? Or would it be something else, or can I just not do that?
No, I'm just trying to think whether you've gotten enough. Yeah, you can try. Go ahead and try a history check.
Come on.
Yeah, Maurice would go ahead and relay.
I rolled a 22. 22.
22.
A 22.
So you're familiar with this continent and this region, and you happen to know that this fishing village sits not very far away from an old site for a civilization that is no longer. And while you don't specifically know what small creature could have done this, it does occur to you that the types of artifacts that would have been left behind from, say, a abandoned temple from this civilization might bring forth many different creatures, both from the Fae or from other planes. There was a seat of power, of religious significance, to a previous civilization not far from here. So that's really all you know about this area.
Okay. I'm gonna keep that to myself for now while I dwell on it a little bit. I'm gonna ask the village chief if there's any abandoned buildings, caves, mines, anything that could potentially be hiding these creatures.
He thinks about it for a moment and he says, "Well, now that you mention it, there is a structure not far from here. It's mostly sunken into the bogs nearby, but yes, there is a. It may have been a temple. There's a temple abandoned not far from here, and he basically kind of draws you a very simplistic map of how to get there.
Okay. I take the map and I thank him for the information and that it was really useful.
Okay. So let's switch to the other group now. So you've been led to the site of the latest attack, and and there's some markings on the ground. I mean, there is something here. How would you like to proceed? I mean, you see, a little bit of cloth from where maybe a shirt was torn, and there's some drops of maybe some blood or something. It's dry, but it's obvious that a scuffle has occurred.
Can I do an investigation check to see if I can determine size and stature of the stuff that's left?
Size, stature, numbers, pattern of movement, and directions.
Sure. Do well. Not all of that, but do an investigation check first.
Oh, my Arcana check was better. This was a 15.
15. So what you are able to tell is that there's a cusp of trees nearby, very overgrown, and whatever attacked him was hidden there. You're able to tell that wherever the attack started from there towards him. As far as size and number and so on and so forth, I think that's really a survival check, right? I mean, you're kind of looking more specifically towards sort of some tracking capabilities, right?
23.
That's better. I got a 13.
Okay, so Amalis is able to see very small tracks leading off in a direction towards the bog. Best she can tell, it was about 3 creatures, approximately gnomish in size, maybe around 3 feet tall. Beyond that, why don't do either one of you have Arcana as a proficiency?
I'm
Yes.
proficient.
Amelis has Arcana as well.
Okay, then I'll let one of you can roll with advantage, assuming the other one is helping out.
Yes.
I have a +7.
Go ahead.
A modified 20.
Okay. So what you're able to tell is these are not natural creatures to the material plane. They are not fey, but planar in a similar way. It's very much looking at the attack patterns, looking at sort of the residual planar essence. It looks like you have found a small group of Zavarte.
What?
I am not familiar with those.
So, out of character, anybody on here play Baldur's Gate?
Here?
Nope.
Nope.
Really? Okay. Oh, Linnell, you played it.
Yes.
The little blue creatures in the forests that yell "attack" and attack you in the first couple of areas and at the Knoll Stronghold.
Xavards. Yes, they are similar to goblins, but blue.
Correct.
Okay.
So it is uncommon to find a tribe like this, but it appears like you have stumbled upon one.
I'm gonna head back to the village to regroup and determine, are we going if we're going to try and flush them out or wait for them to come to us.
So you regroup in the village, and you're all together. And so, how does that conversation proceed?
Could I
Amalis,
sorry.
Amalis is proficient in if that helps.
Amalis is what?
Proficient in cartography.
Cartography. Okay,
Cartography tools.
got it.
Okay.
I was confused for a second there. I was like,
Yeah.
do you mean history or I was confused.
Could I open the can I bring out the book that I commandeered from the library and see if there's anything that matches the description of this civilization in it?
Look,
Stop that. Tell me a little bit about this book, out of character. What is this thing? How does it fit
I
into
haven't gotten
story?
that far, so that's up to your imagination.
Gotcha.
It's like this book that was like locked away and no one was supposed to really have it, but before they kicked me out, I sort of grabbed it and just went, see you later.
And where was it?
It was in a vault underneath the library.
Underneath the library. Okay.
And it was sealed by like a literal freaking giant vault with magic. And I got it. I snuck my way into there, grabbed it, and just jumped ship.
Gotcha. Okay. Please roll an Arcana check.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy, damn it. I got a 12.
12. Okay. So there is some basic information in this book about Zvarts. Essentially, Zvarts are extraplanar creatures. They are cruel and cowardly, and they are actually the spawn of a demigod.
Oh, wonderful.
Beyond that, though, you're not really able to discern any additional information.
Okay, well, I close the book and tuck it away in a safe place.
Do you tell what you discovered to anyone else?
I tell them I tell them the fact that I tell them sort of everything but the spawn of the demigod part. Because I'm thinking that whatever's locked away in there could potentially be of interest to me, and I don't want a few cowards just running away because of it.
and Maurice would actually begin to chuckle, and if anyone inquired, it was like, "Oh, it is nothing. I just thought of something hilarious. I bet you could convince these things that you're some kind of demon lord."
I pondered that. I'm like, that could possibly work. I wouldn't be surprised.
I almost wonder if thaumaturgy wouldn't be a good way to. Oh no, I didn't say anything.
Use my voice. Well,
you were complaining before the.
Yeah, I was. I was complaining about the fact that it's not useful, but now I'm like, have my own little army. That sounds pretty useful.
I love thaumaturgy. And you can definitely make yourself appear as a demon lord or something with magic power using thaumaturgy.
Oh yeah, do I know what language they speak? Because I'm guessing they speak Infernal based on the whole part about the demigod thing that I didn't tell anyone.
Yeah, you would know what language they speak. They speak Abyssal.
Oh, damn it! Well, that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
There's one little flaw in our plan. I don't speak Abyssal.
Oh, you mean you were serious?
I don't know. It could possibly work. These things are the smartest things in the book.
Well, I certainly don't speak that blasted language.
Well, so are we going to wait for them to come out of the bog?
they're cowardly creatures. They're most likely gonna, based on all the night attacks, since it's so cloudy, it makes sense. If we move during the day, it would be less likely for them to come up and attack us because they probably want to avoid all confrontation.
Is it-
I don't
They
know.
have to.
I think we should first know why are they here and what are they looking for. If they're only here to cause trouble, we might have to put them down.
Yes, I was actually just going to ask that. I have no knowledge of these creatures, but it seems like you do. A few of you do. Do they normally just go around mucking up everything?
Would I know that?
Yeah, I mean they would, but typically they do act with some purpose. They are generally trying to acquire some type of wealth or artifact, or occasionally you'll run across a nest of them that have just sort of decided to hang out, but more often than not, they are actually acquiring.
They usually attack with purpose. There's something that they want. So I'm thinking this village is either hiding something or having something of value that they don't know that they have.
Maurice would begin stroking his magnificent whiskers.
So, Amalis, you're the cartographer. Did you happen to map out where it looked like the tracks were going?
Of course, she gets that as a free action.
Okay. So you happen to notice in looking at the map that the dwarf drew, that sure looks like they're going to the same place, or something pretty darn close to it.
Oh, I could actually. So what's happening? Sorry.
Come from the same place or go to the same place?
I mean,
Go to.
And it's the town in that direction, or it's another thing?
So, just a brief reminder: the dwarf had mentioned that there was an ancient civilization that had a seat of power nearby, and that he does remember a ruined temple.
Yeah, I pull out the map. I'm like, sort of forgot about this. There's a map to this bog thing, like something in a bog. Go potentially where the things are coming from.
Yeah, then let's. We better go to investigate there.
Yeah. Then let's go there.
Okay.
How is this the town? Does it has defenses, or is just simple?
It sounds like it's like half buried in a bog. So I hope you brought your fishing boots, I guess.
No defenses. Like do they have?
Not that I know of. They just told me about it, so I'm assuming.
I'm asking the DM.
It's a small fishing village. There's no defenses. It's 5 huts, a yurt, and an oxen. I mean, there's not much here.
Could I go find the village chief and ask if they found anything weird while they're out fishing or something weird that they have acquired?
You can.
What?
I said you can. Yes.
Okay,
So,
I'm gonna go do that then.
Okay. He looks at you and says, "No, nothing. Just fish. Nothing out of the ordinary."
Can I do a insight check to make sure he's telling the truth?
You can.
Okay. Okay, I rolled a 3. Never mind.
He is the most honest, truthful individual you have met in your life.
I got a 16 on my insight check.
He is the most honest, truthful individual that you have met in your life.
I got
Yeah.
a 32 on my.
This guy's a
He is the
bug.
most deceitful, lying. No, he is being truthful.
Okay.
And just in case anyone's wondering, I just made that number up. I can't actually get that high.
It went like a GG.
Maurice isn't a god
Okay.
that can just see through everyone's lies.
Amaelis will go. Will say to the dwarf, "Okay, we are going to investigate, but it's better that you do not let your guard down. And since these creatures are looking for something, you better recheck what you have, because they might be looking for something. We hope that is only in the temple, that they are going to the temple."
Oh, okay, thank you. I will check with the rest of the villagers, and we will stay close to each other tonight, just in case.
Okay. So if you are all right, can we go to the temple?
If it will rid us from these demons, then you do what you must.
Uh,
I'm offended.
Man, to be honest, I actually
I'm a little bit.
I actually fancied a dip in the water. No, I'm kidding. Let's go.
Okay. So we'll basically confirm that her map is correct, and she will move towards what the temple should be.
Okay. Let me get Mark.
We should leave the horses and the cart with the village.
Okay.
Since we are going to enter the woods.
All right. They tie up the horses and give them a small amount of feed, but there's really no stables per se.
Thank you.
All right. So what marching order are you guys going in towards the?
Well, I have the map still, right?
Yes.
Being the most senior, I'm probably in front.
Amelis will be second.
I'll be third,
She
I
is
guess.
the most protected one.
Okay, I'll be third then.
Sorry, who's third?
Me.
Okay.
There. Josh.
Got it.
Oh yes, but the fat man in the back. That always works.
Yeah, the guy with the map is in the back.
If you want Amelis to protect the back, she can go at the back, and you will be in the middle.
No, don't worry, my lady. I'm only joking.
Okay.
All right. So you follow the map into the bog. You're able to find, relatively solid ground. It's soft, but it's not so bad that you actually sink any significant degree. After about an hour of tracking through the bog, you come across a stone structure that's about, as best you can tell, about halfway sunken into the bog, and it's a stone ziggurat, so almost like an Aztecan temple.
Okay. Does it have anything written on it?
Anything what?
Written on the walls or anything?
Not as far as you can tell, but it's old. It's very old, and it's worn, and so if anything had been written on these walls, they've been weathered away by the centuries.
Amaris will ritual cast detect magic and begin to scope the area from where they are.
Okay, remind me of detect magic's range.
30 feet
30.
range. 30. 30.
Okay. Yeah, from where you're standing, you don't detect anything. How long does it last?
Up to 10 minutes concentration.
Okay.
I try to find a opening of some sort into it.
Okay. None of you are dwarves, right?
Oh, no, Amalis is half. Sorry, wood elf.
Got it.
Well, on occasion I've been mistaken for a dwarf, but I am indeed a human.
Okay. Yeah, so roll an investigation check.
Me?
Yes, you.
Okay. Got a 15.
15. Okay, so you're able to see almost near the top of the ziggurat, but not all the way up. There does appear to be a portion of stone that has been moved aside, and it's covered in moss. I mean, it's pretty obscured, but it does look like it might be a way in.
How high up is it?
How is it?
It's not that high. It's maybe 25 feet.
Yeah, I'm going to Misty Step up there.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have low light or dark vision?
I have dark vision.
Dark vision. Okay. So you're standing right next to the entrance?
Yep.
All right. Assuming that you move aside the the little bit of moss covering it, you're able to see a hallway that extends. I'm sorry. How large is your? I mean, what's your depth perception with that dark vision?
30 feet of regular vision, 30 feet of low light, and then it's
Okay.
darkness.
So you're able to see, 30 feet in. There's a hallway that appears to open up a little ways into a small alcove, but that's about all you can see.
Oh, can I ask someone to give me a boost or something so I can get?
I don't think
You don't. So to be clear, you don't need a boost.
Oh.
The ziggurat has steps.
Oh, then I walk up the steps then. Okay, I'm fair idiot. I walk up the steps and I might as well light a torch because I also have dark vision, but it's better to see in actual light. So I bust out a torch and my tinderbox and I light a torch.
Amalis can she walk towards the entrance?
She can. She is capable of doing so, I assume.
While keeping concentration on the spell, she will also want to look for traps at the entrance.
Okay, so keeping concentration on the spell, that's interesting. So you're able to tell right at the edge of your detect magic range, underground, so not going up, but going down.
Yes.
As you're walking towards the entrance, you're able to sense a small aura of magic. As far as the looking for traps, why don't you roll me a it's how large is the ziggurat? That's a great question. It's about, like I said, maybe 20, 30 feet up in height. It's a radius of another, say 100 feet.
So it's a big...
but it is sunk into the ground, so it definitely has some underneath that you can't quite tell. Mr. Detect Traps, you need to roll an investigation check as you're walking.
Okay. 16.
Okay. So far, walking up to the entrance, and I assume looking past the threshold, you don't see any traps.
Okay. I don't see any traps until that point.
Okay. I take.
But I sense magic aura coming from downwards.
Ooh, interesting. I take a few steps and like raise my torch around to see what's in there.
Okay. And you see effectively the same thing. You see a hallway leading in, 20, 30 feet, and a little bit of an alcove, and that's about as far as you can see.
Okay, well, I'm gonna start slowly walking down, being cautious because the blue goblin things could be around anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with him.
All right. Why don't who's in front?
Oh, me.
You. Why don't you roll a perception check?
Watch me fail so hard at something so simple. Perception, and I got a 14.
14. Okay. All right. So you walk forward into the alcove, and effectively, once you reach it, it's sort of a four-way branching room. So you've got where you came from.
Mm-hmm.
You can head straight forward, and as far as you can see, there's a hallway going forward. Again, another 30, 40 feet. To the I'm trying to imagine where you're coming in. To your right is a small hallway, only about maybe 10 feet, and there's a door. To your left is a long hallway, and it's about 30 feet, and it looks like it's just ends. You can't tell, but there may be a corner there. It's right at the end of your vision.
I would use so much Archie to brighten my torch a little bit.
Thaumaturgy to brighten your torch.
Yes, because I can brighten flames with it.
Really?
Yeah.
You can? Is that a real thing?
I believe so.
Yes. If you want, I can set this spell and put it in the chest.
Let's say you do that. Then you're able to see, again, door to one side. The other side, it definitely, the hallway curves. It continues on after a curve. And then in front of you, it goes forward 40 feet and also curves.
Sorry, what was the last part?
So from where you're standing, sort of in the middle of this intersection, to your right is a door about 10 feet away.
Okay.
To your left is a hallway that's about 25, 30 feet. And it looks like at the end of that hallway, it curves a little bit. And then in front of you, it goes forward about 40 feet, and there's again a hallway that sort of leads off to the. I'm trying to see here to the left at the end of that.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna check the door to my right, then the one closest to me.
Okay, you're checking for traps. You're listening at the door. What are you doing?
I'm obviously gonna look to make sure there's no traps as I walk over to the door and try to get the handle to jiggle.
Okay, roll an investigation check.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Got a unnatural 20.
Unfortunately, you missed the instant death trap. Oh wait, sorry.
Instant death trap. What?
No, you don't detect any traps. The door appears to be unlocked. It's fairly rotted. It looks like you can swing it open, but it may fall off its hinges when you do so.
Okay.
Do you want me to go first?
I got a better idea. I'm just gonna kick down the door, so like whatever's inside gets startled.
But it's better to sneak up close, because if you just open, they will notice, and she will prepare her longbow.
Okay. I'm gonna slowly open the door. I'm gonna slowly open the door and like pick my head through without the torch.
Without the torch. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. So you slowly peek your head through. You've got dark vision, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So roll me a perception check.
Oh, 17.
Okay. So you slowly peek your head through the door, and the room in front of you is a small banquet hall. It's about 40 feet by 50 feet. It's got a few rows of long banquet tables that are pretty rotted at this point. And right in the middle of the room is a rat's nest. And peeking right back at you, its little red beady eyes, is a giant rat.
Shit.
And then we slam the door behind him. And
I'm gonna close the door quietly, trying not to wake up any more that may or may not be there.
Okay. Roll a strength check.
Great. Watch me disintegrate this door with my shitty strength.
Seeing him close the door, I'm going to draw my sword.
I got a 16.
A 16. Okay. So you are able to pull the door closed. However, it makes a lot of noise when you do so. It scrapes the bottom of that floor pretty bad.
Oh, by the way, which way? Which way does the door open? By the way, like towards me or away from me?
Away from you.
Oh, damn it. There's a rat's nest in there with giant rats. I think one saw me. So I think we should get out of this constrained hallway. Get ready.
No. Why would? How many rats did you saw?
I saw one, and it stayed me directly.
Just one? We can take that down.
And I saw a rat's nest, so there may or may not be more.
How big was the nest?
Oh, how big was the nest that I saw? Was it like a big nest, a small nest?
It was a typical rat's nest. It was exactly that size.
It was a typical rat's nest, whatever that means.
Yeah, and there are nests of over 200. So.
Okay. Then no, it did not look like it was a nest that could hold 200. I mean, it was literally. Yeah, all he saw was a rat sitting in the middle of a pile of detritus that looked like it had been arranged. That's it.
Okay.
So you want to go in first if you really want to go in so bad?
It is only one. We should not. Well, maybe you're just starting, but we should not be that worried. I'm most worried about what is inside the room.
Oh well, it was more like a banquet hall type of thing.
Want to? We can skip it. Are there other rooms around?
Is
No.
that room filled with wood?
I would assume so, considering that it's a big hall with a bunch of rotted chairs and tables. But like, we don't want to try to damage the structural integrity of this place.
Is this building all stone?
Is it all stone?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you to open the door.
I open the door again, I guess.
Yeah. I fire a firebolt at something wood.
Oh, the giant wooden
Okay.
table. Giant wooden table.
All right. Roll to see if you. Excuse me. Roll to see if you hit.
I rolled a 9.
Yeah. It dings off the stone floor, but doesn't quite hit what you're aiming at.
How far away is it? The flaming arrow from it.
The thing that I'm sorry. How far away is what?
How far away is the flaming arrow from the closest wooden thing?
Oh, so not much more than a foot.
How big is the flame on it? Because I'm thinking about trying to enlarge the flame so it goes.
Oh, it was a flame bolt.
Oh,
Yeah,
flame
it-
bolt. Okay,
You're
I thought
not-
it was an
yeah, you're
arrow.
not-
I was
Yeah,
way
you're not
off.
gonna be able to do that. No.
Yeah, I thought it was an arrow or something.
No. Nope. However, at the the sight of the little flame bolt into the room, the rat is quite startled and rears up and kind of hisses towards the door and starts moving in that direction.
Does Amalis have a sight to shoot the arrow? The rat?
I think I can see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like there's nothing else in there, like no other rats or anything.
What was your perception again? I'm trying to remember. 16?
16, 17. I think it was 17.
Yeah, so you just saw that one, right?
Okay. I am. How far away is the rat?
15 feet.
Okay.
I am going to go into a blade song.
Okay.
Is it charging or?
Yes, it is. It is charging. I was trying to give our warlock a chance to do whatever it was he was about to do,
I know.
and then we were going to go into combat.
Can I just? I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast it into oblivion, I guess.
There you go. Yeah, roll to hit.
The classic thing to do for.
A warlock.
Yeah.
The only thing to do for a warlock, which is why I don't play warlock.
I rolled a 13.
Where is my? Yep. Yes, you hit. So for how much?
It does 10 damage.
It does 1d10 damage. So you rolled a d10.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. It dies. Gurgling horribly, etc.
It gets.
However, right at that moment, directly in front of you.
Hey, bud.
What now?
Nothing.
A gelatinous blob plops down and attacks you.
Oh, shoot. Oh, dear.
And it misses, I assume. An 8 would not hit.
Yeah, that missed. Praise
Okay.
the Lord.
We forgot one of the #1 rules of dungeons. Always look out.
I don't know. I always look up. I'm like, would it be funny? I was thinking, would it be funny? It was like if I kill that thing and then like above us is like a bunch of poisonous bats or something.
Yeah, basically. So go ahead and roll initiative, everyone.
Where's my D20? Where's his shenanigans?
Yay.
Oh, here it is. Wow, I rolled a 5.
What a thing to get a crit on.
I rolled a 5. I want to cry.
I'm sorry, Matt. That was you that got a 20.
I got a 24. 20 plus 4.
Nice.
At least I'm not the only one that rolled bad.
Hey, go before someone. I wasn't expecting that.
I'm sorry. Say it again, Maurice.
What? Oh no, I was just like, oh yeah,
Oh.
go before someone.
Okay.
Oh, but just out of curiosity, is there anyone in this party that has that has at least a 0 in their strength modifier?
Here.
I have a -1.
Okay, well, you got a 22. 22.
I was just curious.
Okay, so Matt, it's your turn.
Okay. I am going to try and hit it with my sword.
Okay, well, it has half cover because you're trying to hit it through your warlock friend.
I thought we were standing beside each other.
It's a door. He's standing in front of the door.
Well, I rolled a 15.
Can somebody remind me what half cover does to AC?
Gives a +2.
+2. Yep, you hit.
And it took 9 points of slashing.
Okay, very nice. Oh, slashing, you say?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Let's see here. Okay, so you hit it, and right where you hit it, it splits down the middle.
Gosh. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
You now have
yes.
2 of them, smaller to deal with.
God damn it.
I'm going to love this.
Hydras and slimes. Gotta watch out for them.
All right, Amalis, it's your turn.
Okay, so she will. Does she have knowledge about that creature, that kind of creature? Or what should I roll to get an idea of what affects that?
Nature.
Nature?
Oh.
14.
Okay. So it is definitely some type of ooze, and you're able to tell that if you do slashing damage to it, it will split into another one of its type, and that's what you know.
And she will use Sacred Flame.
Okay.
DC 14, 5 points of radiant damage.
What's his dex? Oh, its dex is terrible. That's actually not bad. Let's see. 5 points of radiant damage, you said?
5 points.
All right. So you hit one of them and definitely do some damage to it.
And she will switch. She will pack her longbow and arrow.
Okay. All right. So now it's the Ooze's turn. Both of them. I'm just going to have them both go at the same initiative. One of them is going to attack the guy standing in the door.
Woo!
Yep. So let's see how we do here. Does a 16 hit?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Let's see how much damage we do. Ooh. Ooh, that's not good.
Probably down.
Yeah, yeah. You just took 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah,
And 2 points of acid damage.
Oh god, so I'm at -3.
You're at 0.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm at 0.
All right, so the other one's going to go against our Blade Singer here. Here. Ooh, 19.
Does not hit.
No.
Nice.
It has to hit a 21.
Very nice. All right.
I need better.
That's the ooze's turn. So it's
And I got 4 first level spell slots that say he has to hit a 26.
Gotcha. Yeah. So Maurice, it's your turn.
Muted. Maurice, you're muted. Modelator.
Or mutated, however you want to take that.
Yeah. Well, with that bald, maybe the hair is on. The hair is where it should be.
Yeah. Molochaiser, are you there?
Brandon, are you still there?
Okay.
Yeah.
1 sec.
He's munching the potatoes. He's making noise with the back.
Potatoes.
All right, sorry about that. My mother called and I was talking to her. What? Give me a 5-second rundown of what happened.
5-second rundown. Amzer is down.
Oh.
The jelly, the ooze has split. You've got 2 of them to deal with now. And it's your turn.
Okay. I'm assuming Amzer is right by the fallen or by the slimes.
Yep.
All right. So I'll do the tried and true combo. Maurice will go ahead and quickly fumble around his neck and grab the holy symbol around his neck, and you'd see a soft glow. And again, he'd mutter a few words, and he'd be casting a healing word on Amzer, and he would take 10 hit points back. And with the same, he's going to go ahead and cast Sacred Flame on one of the slimes. If one of them looks noticeably weaker in any way, then that would be the one.
Sure, you know which one's been hit, so that's fine. Yeah. What's your DC? Whoa! Doesn't matter. I rolled a modified 0. Nice. How much damage did you do?
Does that count as a critical hit? I'm just kidding.
No.
That is 6 points of radiant.
Very nice. Let me just double check that it's not resistant to anything.
Yeah, I'm not.
No.
When did Amzer go down? When did we even stop fighting slimes? What happened?
Slimes. I mean, slimes everywhere.
I can see that.
Be careful. We should put the tiefling back in the back so it does not get more damaged.
Okay, so Amzer, it is your turn. You are prone. What would you like to do?
So I have 1 health now, I guess.
No, you have full health.
You have full health.
What's in front of me, what's behind me, and what's to my sides? Because right now I think I'm right in the doorway.
You are standing in a doorway. There are 2 oozes right in front of you. There's a Blade Singer right behind you.
How am I standing? I thought I was prone.
You are prone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably try. I don't know. I'm stuck in a doorway. This is the most awkward situation ever.
You
So
can move.
you can move through an ally's.
Yeah.
Wait.
I'm gonna I'm still gonna. I'm gonna lay down still. Actually, no. Can I get up and then move, or do I have to? Actually, they get attack it.
You can
They
crawl.
will get an attack of opportunity. Yes, if you try to move. But if you stay on the ground, they have advantage to hit you.
You can disengage as an action and use the movement to go away, and they do not get attacked.
You know what? That's it right there.
Okay, then I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna disengage and just and move.
So you use half your movement to stand up. You use your action to disengage, and then you can move up to 15 feet.
Okay, then I move. I try. I get through the doorway and away from shenanigans because I'm a fragile little boy.
Yep. Well, I do remember a certain blade singer saying, "Would you like me to go first?"
Yeah. I sort of regret that. It was just a rat.
Come to the back where you belong.
All right, Adrian, it's your turn.
Okay. I go to attack of the slimes that took the radiant, the slime that took the radiant damage, and my sword is just covered in this green flame, and I attack it. Does a 10 hit?
Yes.
Oh. So it takes 9 points of slashing and 4 points of fire.
And that's you hit the one that was already damaged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the one next to it.
Oh, and the one next to it. Okay.
Took 7 points of fire.
Fire.
Because the fire that I used on the one guy jumped to the other.
Got it. So the first slime that you hit just sort of quivers and then almost like water losing its surface tension just kind of goes out, and the other one takes some green fire and quivers a little bit, but is still standing, and I say that with air quotes.
Yeah, and I'm standing in the doorway, so
got it.
It has to get through me to get to the allies, which I'm very confident that I can withstand it.
Well, if I wanted to be a jackass, I could get it through you without you touching it, but I won't. So anyway, it's Mollus's turn.
Knowing that the trick functions, she will just wear her shield and cast Sacred Flame.
All right. Definitely a good spell for this creature. Yep, it does not make it save. So
yeah, only 2 points of damage.
If it could laugh, it would, but it can't. So
yeah,
it just kind of
secondary.
I know. All right. So it's the jelly's turn. It's going to attack the only thing it can attack. Let's see here. I tried to write. I'm doing this in Roll20. I tried to write roll 1d20 plus 4, and instead I rolled 1d204. So if you have to take that, does a 192 hit? No, I got a 19.
It doesn't hit.
I also set up my character roll 22 because
If you roll a 100, you can convert it to a d20 roll.
I rolled a 204. 1d 204.
Yeah.
So anyway, it didn't hit. What are we fighting? Oh, not quite. You're fighting you're fighting an ochre jelly, actually.
Is that a bad thing?
I don't know. You tell me.
I mean, you did go down to it.
Because I only have like 8 health, but memes.
That's
So
no
it's Amalus's turn. It's your turn.
I think he just went.
Yeah. It's
How dare you?
Maurice.
Oh, he didn't. No. The
thought
ogre just went. It's Amalus's turn.
Wait, what?
No.
What about?
Amalis went with.
I think you
then
skipped me. I don't know.
Okay.
Maurice or a Mouser is the
All
turn.
right, then it's Maurice's turn. My bad.
All right. So there's one. There's one slime left, right?
Yes.
Unless I decide to make more.
Exactly.
Yeah. I was like,
Don't make more.
"Now come on, why don't you die?" And he casts Sacred Flame again. Then immediately after he says that, he's like, "Wait, am I allowed to say that?"
All right. I assume a 1 doesn't make it save.
Nope.
Yes, it does. Of course.
7 radiant.
Damn. Yeah, it's if a jelly could scream, it would be. It's hurting.
I'm just imagining Jelly Jiggler from Bobobo, which is what that picture was, and it's making this whole fight hilarious for me.
All right. Amzer, kill this thing.
I'm gonna try to Eldritch Blast it, I guess, over everyone's heads or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So it's got half cover, but I'll factor that in.
Okay. Where is it? Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh god! A nat 20.
Nice.
And it does 21 points of force damage.
How do you want to do this?
Like it explodes.
So all right. So here's what happened.
Do I get a reflex save?
It's like a comedy basically.
Sure. Roll your save.
I think everyone should, because this thing's gonna explode.
No. From the force, it should explode away from the party.
Yeah, but I'm within melee of it, so I might get a little spray of acid from it.
Roll your save.
I did not make it. I got a 6.
No, you did not. So here's what happens. This bright pink beam of light comes shooting out of Amzer's outstretched finger. It goes right under, like between your armpit and your chest, and hits the ochre dead center. It hits with so much force that the floor underneath actually becomes concave. In part of the jelly explodes out, hitting Audrin for a point of acid damage. But the rest of the jelly just dribbles down a hole that was created in the now broken floor and falls to the floor beneath, the level beneath.
Totally
By the gods. Well, if we ever need to do that again, we just need to make sure you go down and get back up.
It wasn't very pleasant. I walk over to the hole and I just I glance over. To see
you look down the hole. You said.
Yeah, I lean over and I lean over my head a little bit to see what's down there.
You see you see a little blue creature about 7 feet below, looking right back up at you, and it's got a burn mark right down its face.
Can I use can I use Awaken Mind? Because I can use this, and it just has to know a language, and I can talk to it.
What's the range on it?
What?
Or does it have a range?
What? You're cutting out real quick. Sorry.
It's,
I'm sorry. Does it have a range?
Awakened Mind has a range of 30 feet, I believe.
Yeah, it has a range.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Oh, I say, hello down there. How you doing? Sorry about that.
Okay, so how does Awakened Mind work? Are you reading its mind or just?
I can use it's telepathy, so like.
Okay.
And it just needs to know a language, and I can talk to it normally, and it can understand me.
And it can understand you, but you cannot understand it. Is that correct?
Yes, and I want to add that I can't understand what it's saying.
Okay. Okay. So its eyes get a little bit wider, and it turns to its side and gibbers something off into the darkness, and then kind of skitters off.
How far down?
Looks like it's maybe 10 or 15 feet down. But I mean, it's a tiny hole. You can't fit through it. It's enough for him to barely see through. It's a crack.
Okay.
Everyone's crowding around the hole. What happened?
Well,
Yeah.
we found who we were hunting.
Well, I talked to it, and it didn't try to kill me. It looked sort of annoyed that it got some acid on its face. But besides that, it looks pretty friendly towards me.
Yes, I'm inclined not to believe you.
I think we should find our way downward.
Oh my god.
Hey, wait, let's check first this room.
I mean, I could blow a hole in the floor.
Well,
Is there anything else of interest in the room?
Roll an investigation check.
I was assist. I have proficiency.
16.
No, there's nothing. It's a bunch of rotted wood and bits of a rat's nest and.
I'm gonna go walk back out into like that little area where it splits off.
Okay.
And
you gonna lead the way again?
Yes. I didn't learn my lesson yet. When it comes to a door, I'll let someone else go through.
Oh no, I wasn't sure.
What?
Was there any light? Was there any kind of lighting during that whole encounter? Like
I had a torch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I had a torch that was like somehow still lit.
Okay, because I would say at this point that Maurice would get out his shield and cast light on it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. So, Amzer, you walked back to the middle of the sort of intersection. Are you going to go?
Do I see? Like, I look up at like around the doorways and stuff to see if there are any symbols, show like what possible ways you could go, and like see if any like pictures or anything to say what might potentially be down the hallway.
No, there's nothing. If there had been something at one time, it's long worn away.
We could potentially split up in twos, and we can do this faster.
Split the party.
No.
Yeah.
With a bunch of weeds.
Okay.
We don't need a party of four again fighting in a doorway again. That was quite uncomfortable and claustrophobic.
To be fair, that was only bad for you.
Yeah. Okay. So first, Amalis is making a map of everything, and second, she says, "Look, the way to solve that is put the one or two people in front that have better armor to hold off, and the rest attacks at range, and that way we get better rate of attacks and protection."
Yeah.
A budding strategist, this one.
I'm going to head down the left hallway.
I follow.
Follow.
Please roll a dex save. Yeah, I follow too.
Okay,
Cool.
thank you.
Everyone or just him?
Detecting traps, of course.
Okay, so everyone's going down the left hallway.
Yep,
All right, who's in front?
I'm in front.
Not me. I'm probably like second or third or something. Maybe second. I don't know.
Roll perception.
Everyone or Matthew?
Matthew.
13.
16.
No, Matthew. What was Matthew's?
13.
Oh, sorry.
13. All right. Matthew, and who's next?
Oh, me.
You.
Yes.
Roll the dex save.
Damn it. Yes, a 17.
A 9.
Ah. So, Matthew, you step onto a plate and little puffs of air come out the sides. Some darts come towards you and to Amzer. Amzer,
I do the Matrix.
Amzer, yeah, pulls a matrix and just steps out of the way like it was nothing. You unfortunately take 3 points of damage.
God, you're in front.
Is the trap visible for everyone now?
Don't know who wants to step on it and find out.
Visible.
All right, roll. You've got thieves' tools.
Yes, actually, yes, she has. She's proficient in tips tools.
Roll an investigation check.
15.
Okay, you're able to tell that it appears to be used up. The plate is spent.
Okay. By the way, she's has an adventurer's assistant background.
She has a what?
So she adventurer's assistant background. So that's and she has intelligence of 15. So that's why I'm playing her a bit strategic and knowledge and this kind of stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay, so as you continue down this hallway, it basically comes to a dead end. You're able to see at the very end of the hallway a small alcove about 7 feet deep, off to one side. But from what you can see, there's nothing in it. It looks like maybe at one point it held a small statue. But the statue is there's a base still left, but the statue itself is gone.
Secret doors and traps.
Roll investigation.
Nope, a 5.
12.
I'm gonna. Never mind. 7.
Yeah, there's a wall in front of you. There's a wall to the side of you.
Oh, so there's a
ceiling
base
above you and a floor below you.
So there's a base there, right?
I mean, yeah, there's a small base to what appears to have been a statue at one point.
Could I go examine the vase?
Sure.
Investigation.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah. So it appears to be granite of all things. But there's nothing special about it. It's just
so there's nothing decorated on it. It's just a granite vase.
It's just a granite base.
Okay. Can I make sure there's no traps around here anymore because it's gonna be annoying? with all doing the Matrix.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have already checked this area.
I'm gonna pick up the vase.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna pick up the vase.
There's no base. It's base.
Oh, base. I thought you were saying a vase this whole time.
A pedestal. You know, something you set something on.
Yeah, no, I
kept on thinking you said vase.
Yeah, it's. I
mean, I was envisioning a granite vase, and I'm like, I feel like an idiot now. Okay,
yeah, no,
okay.
you can't reasonably move it. It's.
I guess I go back.
It's the bottom part of a statue. So.
I guess we go back.
Yeah. Go back and take the center one.
All right. I assume it's the same marching order, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes.
Yeah, if no one tries to take the lead from me.
Well, yeah. Which is your AC?
It's 17.
And it's the same. Amalis is better as a mapper.
But you don't have to be in front to do that.
But are you trying to say, Linnell, that you're better as a trapper? In other words, you're better at seeing traps.
Oh no! I mean, she's making the map of the place.
Well, it shouldn't be in front if you're trying to make the map because you're not really paying attention to the hallway at all.
No, I mean, she can do that as a free action. She is watching around, taking care, and in his small moment, she can just write down a small map. That's what would her proficiency allow.
All right, so somebody tell me who's in front.
I'm in front.
All right. Roll a perception check, please.
13.
13. All right. You don't notice anything as you continue down the hallway. It curves around a little bit, and you come to stairways, and it's the spiral staircase, almost like you'd think of in a tower going down.
Will you allow Amalis to have perception check as well? She's looking around as well for the map.
Sure.
No, an 8.
Right.
So I'm gonna head downstairs because I know we have to be on the level lower.
Same. I follow behind him.
All right.
I'm looking for traps as we go.
Okay. Do you have dark vision?
Yep.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me one more I've been saying well, would it be perception or investigation?
It's an investigation. It's sort of.
It could be either. Let's just do perception. Roll me another perception check.
I was hoping investigation is better.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. Roll an investigation.
Okay, 16. Because for the last 3 things to find something, I rolled 9s.
Nice.
So it's 16 because I get a +7 for investigation.
Nice. Yeah, still you don't see anything. As you come down, as you come around, excuse me, as you come around the sort of the spiral staircase to the bottom, just as you step off to it, there's a hallway in front of you for another 10 or 15 feet, and there's a very, very dim light coming from behind a doorway about 10 or 15 feet in front of you.
I hold the group and I draw my sword and say quietly, There's obviously there's something there, so we have to be very careful when going in.
Could it be those blue goblin creatures that we keep on talking about? I mean, it didn't seem very hostile to me, at least. So like,
She
may
will,
not need to kill them.
no. We're let's say that depends. She will put down her cartographer stuff and prepare her a shield and her cantrip.
Yeah. So I'm gonna move towards the door if no one's
Second, she will be second, but 5 feet away from him.
I'll be third.
Okay, moving up to the door. Do you want to listen at it, or are you going to barge through it? What are you doing?
I'm gonna take a second to listen.
All right, roll me a perception check.
Oh, finally something higher. 17.
So you can definitely hear scrabbling on the other side, and voices. Very, very soft, very, very low. You don't understand the language, and it's gibberish, but there definitely are several creatures on the other side. If you were to listen for a period of time, you might estimate it more than 5, but beyond that, you can't tell.
Yeah. I put my hand up, spread out, and I basically count down 5, silently 5, 4, 3, all the way to when I reach 0. I kick in the door.
Okay. So,
So basically, the group has 5 seconds to prep themselves.
So it's not a surprise round because, quite frankly, they know you're there. You just ripped acid in their eyes. Not that funny.
I said hi.
But yeah, so you kick in the door, and what you immediately see is a very large room. It's maybe even 50 by 100 feet. It is quite large. It appears to be a library. There are many tomes. A lot of them are fairly rotted, but you see these little blue creatures pulling at the tomes and looking at different, looking around, looking at different things. And you also notice with them, almost like they're standing guard, are 5 giant rats.
Okay.
So have they noticed
there's an honor guard of giant rats. Behind them are these creatures that are these little blue creatures that are ripping and pulling at the books. And at the very far side of the room is another one of these creatures, but he looks a little different. There's a glow about him. He's one of these blue creatures, but he doesn't look like he's the same as the ones you've seen so far.
Do they look hostile towards us, considering that we just busted?
Are they armed?
Oh yeah, I mean their heads turn, the rats rear up. They're attacking. There's no doubt. They don't hesitate.
How far away is that guy that's different?
The guy that's different is about 50, 60 feet away.
Damn it. So what do the little blue guys are doing? Like, are they still tearing at the books, or are they up and ready to rumble?
So the first thing you notice is the guy at the other side of the room disappears. He was there 1 second, and he's gone the next. The other remaining ones pull out swords, scream, and charge.
God damn it. Okay. Do I see
Nice.
do I see my friend with the bird mark on his face?
You do. You do, in fact. He is he's about in the middle of the group, but you do see him.
God damn it. He's probably not happy.
Hold on a second. I gotta write down all this. So roll initiative. Maurice has got the right idea on that. And I gotta write all this down. Ugh. Hold on.
Finally rolled decently in initiative, which I'm happy about.
Maurice is 3. Let's see here. Reduce that. Okay, so we got him, and he's at this. All right.
The most annoying thing is that with my stage thing, I forgot to add my 2 extra languages, so I'm not going to do that now.
What now? I'm sorry. What'd you say?
No, I just noticed because I looked up the stage thing again, and I get 2 extra languages top of the 2 I already have, but I'm going to add those after the fact. Because that'll be a little bit meta and bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, turns out I knew Abyssal.
Yeah. I was like, should I? No. But it would have made our lives a lot easier because I'm like, maybe we could not kill these guys because
All right.
You know every language
I've got
Abyssal.
Oh,
Like, wait, I know Abyssal, guys. Like, you forgot?
I'm sorry, Josh. What did you roll for initiative?
15. I'm proud of myself.
Give me a second. I gotta write down the initiative all these sons of guns. So give me a second.
I'm wasting all my rolls on initiative.
He's actually want to do that. Yeah. Oops. And then, oof.
Okay, so who has higher dexterity?
Hold on, guys. Give me a minute.
That no,
wait.
Higher initiative.
Only one.
Oh, so address.
Joshua, your initiative.
Oh, sorry.
Joshua said his initiative was
15.
15. Yeah, no, I got it.
Okay.
I got it. All right, let me see here. 1, 2.
Oh, it's Audrin, not Edris. Sorry.
yeah.
Okay. All right. I think I got everybody here. Top of the initiative, that is Matt.
So I'm going to go into a blade song and go. How close is the closest enemy?
10 feet.
Is there anyone beside it?
Yeah. So you've got at the vanguard, you've got 2 of the rats and 1 of the Zvarts.
Okay. So I'm going to go up to one of the 2 rats are beside each other, right?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to go up to one of the rats and slash it with the green flame blade.
Okay.
23.
Yep, definitely hits.
So it takes 8 points of slashing and 8 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And the one next to it takes 12 points of fire damage.
So 2 rats immediately just out of existence.
Gotta love scaling cantrips.
Mm-hmm. Do I really? Do I have to? All right. So that's the end of your turn?
Yep.
All right, so our invisible dude is going to.
Oh, he's invisible. Thank
Wait,
you.
what?
What? He's invisible?
What?
What?
I thought he went to a different plane.
Yeah, I thought he just ran away because he's a pussy.
Think whatever you want. So he is going to take aim, and he is going to cast Scorching Ray at
Oh boy.
the first 3 folks into the room.
Technically, I'm the only one that entered. They were all behind me outside the door.
All right, then at you and them. Fine. You're not going to weasel out of this.
Well, no, I was saying they haven't entered yet. They're standing outside
Fine.
the door.
Then at you and them. You're not going to weasel out of this.
Oh, no, I was saying.
I'm messing with you, dude. Chill.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 3 attack rolls, right? All right.
Yep.
Yes.
So
If he's
17 to hit Matt,
Doesn't.
8 to hit
Amalis.
That's
No.
and 4 to hit Amzar. So
yes.
y'all a bunch of lucky bastards.
I probably would have died.
You just used up his 2 spell slots.
Praise the sun.
That's all right. He's still got tricks up his sleeve. All right.
And I didn't have to use my see invisibility.
Well, I was
Yeah.
about to say you don't because he's visible now.
How far away is he?
I mean, he's like. I mean, how far does Scorching Ray go? I need to know. Yeah, so he's like
120.
60 feet away. So he quickly ducks behind one of the standing bookcases after he saw all his spells miss.
He's like, shit, we gotta go.
Yep. All right, and so next we've got one of the rats. It's going to run up and try and hit Matt. Let's see here. Let me see what it's. Yep. Okay, and it misses horribly. That's its turn, and then we've got another one of the Zvarts is going next. It's going to pull out its sling. It's not going to keep running, and it's going to try and hit Amalis. Ooh, 18 to hit.
Misses.
Oh, really?
Yes. With shield is 19.
Nice. All right. So it is now. Oh no, there's one more. One more Zvart going. He'll basically do the same and miss horribly. Okay, so now it's Josh's turn.
I wonder what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go Eldritch Blast the nearest rat,
All right.
and let's see if I get another nat 20 because that would be great. But that's probably never gonna happen. 17.
You hit.
6 points of force damage.
Okay. All right. So that rat, I mean, it feels it. It knows it's been hit. It's still alive though. All right. Another one of those Varts is going. It sees you do that, and it takes aim at you with its sling. 16 to hit. Josh.
What's up? Sorry, I thought my turn was
16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. He does 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm hurting.
I was really hoping you would say 8. Really?
Wow. Why am I the only one? Like,
Hey, well, if you go down and I bring you up, that means you automatically get a crit. So.
All right.
That's amazing.
So
yeah, no. It's just like, okay.
Actually, you can, if you have Hellish Rebuke, you can use it as a reaction.
he doesn't have it yet.
I don't
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
level 3.
So one of the rats is going to run past Matt in the attempt to get to Amalis. So, Matt, you get a reaction.
Considering how things is going, he's going to take his reaction to attack of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So, can't shield, but he'll take it.
Okay.
And he misses. I rolled a 9.
Yep. And the other rat on its way is going to run up to you and try and hit you, Matt. The way it's going, it's probably not going to hit. Let's see here. Not even close. Yeah, it for a moment forgets what the difference between its teeth and claws are and just sort of paws its own face. Natural 1. Woot. Amalis, it's your turn.
She is going to. She's going to sacred flame the rat that is attacking her.
Okay.
14 DC for 7 points of damage.
All right, let's see here. What is it? Okay, let's see how well it does. It's dead.
Okay.
Ride it. All right, Maurice, it's your turn.
Yep. And so Maurice would look at his companions, and with his free hand, one that's on the shield, he would once again clutch at the holy symbol around his neck, and the smell of freshly baked bread would fill the room as he chants, "May the grain goddess offer us plenty in all our endeavors," as he casts bless on Althariel.
Nice. All right.
Yep. So you'll feel lighter on your feet. You feel a little bit of guidance. That is a die 4 to attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks. There you go.
All right. So there's one Zvart left that is going to attack anybody. Doesn't really matter. Rolled a 1. Missed whatever it was trying to hit. Pulls the sling out, bangs itself upside the head. These guys are idiots. Matt, it's your turn.
I'm just going to slash at the. There's only the rat in front of me. There's no one else.
That's right.
Okay, I'm just going to slash at the rat. Maybe that die 4 came in handy. So that's a 15.
Hits.
For 11 points of slashing.
And another dead rat. All right. It's now the strange Zvart's turn. It's going to duck its head out from behind its little hidey hole and going to Eldritch Blast the Maurice, because it very much recognized what just happened there. Let's see here. Maurice. Let's see what my to hit is. Yep, okay. I can't roll shit tonight. I rolled a 2.
That's good. Don't roll good.
Maurice is very thankful.
Don't roll good. It makes me happy.
All right. Yeah, no. Can't do shit. All right. So So a rat's going to go next. It's going to rush up to Matt and try and hit him. Finally, except I didn't hit. I know I didn't hit. 18.
You didn't hit.
Son of a bitch. All right. It's Svart's turn next. It's going to try and sling at Amalis, but it misses. Let's see here. The next one is going to do the same. 20. Does a 20 hit? Amalis.
Yes.
All right. Let's see here. Let me see how much little ass damage he does. 3 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And there's one Svart left. He's going to notice that his leader just attempted to attack the fat bastard in the back.
What?
And he's going to do the same, but he also misses with his sling. And that's Josh's turn.
So can I see the special dude? And I'm guessing is he visible?
No, he's a hunt behind full cover.
How many of those blue goblins are left?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, I feel sad. I don't know if I wanted to kill them or not. I'm sort of on the fence about it. I guess I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast. The one all the way to the right.
Sure.
And I rolled a 12.
You did not hit.
Oh, I'm sort of sad and happy. It's mixed emotions.
Did you add a D4?
Did I add a D4? No, I did not.
Hey.
Yep, you do have bless.
Now I have 16.
Yeah, you hit.
Oh, with 8 points of force damage.
Never underestimate the bless.
And you blast that one off its feet, and it falls over and does not get back up.
Oh, I feel sad doing this. Like I legitimately feel bad.
Okay, so the next Zvart is going to go and sees what you did to its buddy, and it's going to rush you. And were you second or third? Are you in the room, or are you still?
I'm third. So
As far as I know, none of them have said they entered the room.
Yeah, I'm
That's-
still
Shot
like,
shots from the door.
So you're blocking the door, is that right? Is that what you said, Matt? Or
No,
you-
I entered the room to hit the rats.
Okay, so you're in the room, and then on the other side of the door is Amalis, and then behind that is Enzar.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they kept the same order we came down the stairs, then yeah.
yeah, I believe
So one of the Zavart's going to rush past you, Matt, and in far enough away that you don't have a attack on it, and go for Amalis with its short sword. Amalis, 19.
Hits.
Six points of piercing damage.
Okay.
All right. I think that's your turn now, Amalis.
She will cast Sanctuary
All right. Maurice, it's your turn then.
on herself.
Well, I'm sorry, I assumed.
Okay. So the special Zvart is behind a cover. He's not in view, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And so how many Svarts are left? My bad.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay.
Well, plus the special, so 4, including him.
Yeah, that's good. I thought, or earlier for some reason I thought we were just like killing all of them like outright, and we had just like basically annihilated them at this point. So I'm glad.
Oh, you did that to the rats.
Okay.
Pretty much all the rats are dead. I mean, I think there's one rat.
On my first strike, I destroyed 2 rats with fire. So.
Okay. All right. So speaking of fire, but not actually fire. I'm probably on the Zwart that had just gone up and tried to attack Amalis. One of Maurice's trademark glowing radiant flower appears and explodes at the thing's feet.
Okay. Let me see what's his dex. Okay. Let's see here. Nope. How much damage?
Let's see. That is 3 points radiant.
All right. So he's got a hot foot. He's dancing from one to the other, but he's still standing. All right, and there's one more Zwart left. It's going to continue the sling action here at Matt. 20.
Nope. Needed one. No, I didn't use my reaction, so no, that attack wouldn't have hit because it's 21 to hit and 26 was a reaction. Because I haven't used my first level slots for this purpose.
Here I felt bad about throwing you an encounter with 11 enemies at once.
Oh, no, I wanted multiple enemies so I could use Green Flame Blade.
All right. Hey, yeah, well, you had to bring a 5th level character to a 2nd level party, so
I was hoping there to be more.
I don't know.
Everyone else was busy.
I don't know how to balance with this big a level difference. I have no idea.
You usually put a boss.
I did.
And a boss that has good damage, and that boss goes for the higher level. It can be a melee or a ranger.
That's what he did. Except the boss is hiding and I haven't been able to get to him yet to take him on one-on-one.
Come out, you
Yeah.
bastard.
That's all right. Hey, we all live, we all learn. So let's see. We've got. I believe that means it's your turn again, Matt.
So all the rats are dead.
Nope. One alive.
Oh, one alive.
Mm-hmm.
The one that attacked me.
When did he? I don't think so. No.
If there are any rats left, I'm just going to take care of them. If I have 40 feet of movement, so.
Okay, sure.
I'm pretty sure I can get to the rat.
All right.
That is 16 to hit.
Okay.
It hits.
Yeah.
And 8 points of slashing.
And you obliterate that, or you cleave it in two, just right down the middle.
Yeah.
All right. Our big bad's gonna go.
And
Go ahead.
I'm just going to say to the group, all the rats are gone. It's pretty much safe to enter if you want to actually come inside.
Yeah, no, because we have a Svart in front of Amelis blocking the entrance.
Well, he hasn't actually looked behind at the door, so he doesn't know that guy's still alive. He just assumed it went down.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm still waiting for the fireball.
Oh no.
Okay. So the big bad goes. He He attempts to attack Matt because Matt's the main, the main target in the room here, and he misses. So it's there's let's see, a couple of Zvarts that have to go. The one in front of Amalis is going to attempt to attack Amalis. He has to make a wisdom save, right?
Yes, DC 14.
DC 14. What's his? Ooh, that's not gonna end well. Missed it by 1. Yep. So he kind of looks around and I guess, does that take his action, even the attempt?
Yes.
Okay.
So you want to guard the creature, blah blah blah, until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the wanderer creature with an attack or harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell.
Okay, well then I'm gonna choose a new target. I'm gonna
But she's holding the exit. The other two are behind her.
Okay. Okay, then there's nothing that it can do. One of the other Zvarts is going to attempt to attack Matt again. And it's going to run up, pulling out its short sword, and swing at you. It's gonna swing wide, and miss. And then that's Josh's turn.
How many of the blue goblins things are left?
1, 2, 3 plus the boss.
Okay, so he's still hiding behind like a giant bookcase, right?
The bosses, yeah.
Would it be possible for me to shoot the bookcase and knock it over?
Oh, come on.
Never mind. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just
actually, you know what? Let's wait till the DM says something about it.
Yeah, would it be possible?
Thanks, Laniel. You're gonna let me DM. Awesome. Yeah.
I was.
Go ahead.
I was complaining about the immediate threat, but go ahead. Sorry.
Go. Yeah, attempt it.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna attempt to knock over the bookcase onto the boss.
All right, try it.
Remember the bless.
Yeah.
Okay, plus a d4, and I got a 16.
Okay, you hit, but for how much damage?
For 13 force damage.
13. So in hitting it, you unfortunately do not achieve what you attempted, but the bookcase itself, because it's so rotted, just disintegrates. So now the big boss is standing in the middle of the room with no cover.
You're welcome.
All right. Let's see. It's one of the Zvart's turn. It's gonna run in front of the big boss and stand there in sort of a guarding position and pull out its sling and swing it at the warlock that just blasted the bookcase. But
will he have cover? Because the enemy,
yes, he has cover, and he didn't hit. So
yes.
Okay.
So now it is Amalis. It's your turn.
Who's down? Is any of my teammates down on HP?
I have 3 health left out of 8.
Can she reach him without leaving her position?
I mean, you guys were separated by like 10 feet, weren't you?
Yeah. Then she cannot do anything. She will. No, she will stay her ground, protecting her comrades.
Okay.
So you take the defensive action.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Sounds good. All right, Maurice, it's your turn.
All right. So Maurice, looking everything that's going on, and I'm actually grimaces a little bit, and okay, I'm tired of this cat and mouse game. You come here, approach me. I'm like, go to my friend there. He's basically casting command on the tiny big bad evil guy.
Gotcha.
You only have one word.
I'm flavoring it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what's your DC? 14?
Yes.
And then what kind of save is that?
It is a wisdom.
Wisdom. What is your wisdom? Ah, there it is. All right. Does not make it. So he approaches his full movement from where he is. I'm sorry. First off, what is the range on command?
Oh, is he beyond it? It's 30 feet. Is the range.
60 feet. 60 feet of range.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He's that far back.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't realize that. Okay, never mind then. He would not do that. Instead, what he would do, let me, I don't know if I can. Sorry, give me 1 second while I reformulate what I'm doing. Okay, this is better. So instead of so what he did this time is he still grimaced. He said, "Okay, I'm tired of this game of cat. I'm tired of this game of cat and mouse." And from the shield, it begins to kind of glow and like surge with this kind of a radiant energy, and out of the shield shoots a ray of white, blinding, radiant light. And I'm casting a guiding bolt, which has a range of 120 feet.
Okay.
All right, let's see. All right. Does a 14 hit?
It does not.
Okay.
Did you? No, you didn't.
No, I didn't bless myself.
Yeah.
All right.
Because it's
How damn it.
for first level.
And where are you standing, by the way?
Me?
Yeah, you.
It's just like, I guess I'm behind. I guess I've been like casting and like doing all of this, I guess, from behind the door. I mean, Amalis has been standing there for him this whole time.
Okay. All right. So the Zvart in front of. I'm not sure which one this is. Let's just say that the Zvart, one of the Zvarts, is going to try and sling Matt. 19.
Nope.
Yep. All right, Matt, it's your turn.
Combat has been going on for 6 or 7 rounds.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, I only have 3 more rounds until my blade song ends. I only get it for a minute. So I am. Can I make it to the boss?
What, you said 40 foot of movement?
Previous round, did she move?
Yeah, you can make it.
Okay, I'm gonna make it to the boss and attack with green flame blade because
Wow.
there's a guy taking defensive stance
Yep.
next to him, so he's within 5. Is he within 5 feet?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to attack the boss. For 14.
You miss.
Okay.
All right. The boss is going to, let's see, what's he going to do?
Blade Singers are terrible at drawn out battles. They have to finish it quickly or they lose all their stuff.
Nice.
That's the one downside to them is they have to finish things quick.
Malice cannot attack because if she attacks, she loses Sanctuary.
Yeah. All right. The boss is gonna see you rush up and just barely miss him, and he is going to drop the bag that he's holding, where it looks like he's been collecting things, and he's going to take a disengage action, and he's going to run out the door at the back of the room that you're able to see now.
There is another. Sure.
There is a door on the other side of the room, and he is just booking it. The Zvart next to you sees this, looks up at you, and let's see here. Yep, does exactly the same thing. Disengage action, runs for it. So it's Josh, it's your turn.
So those two disengaged. How many more are left?
You've got 2 left, one of whom is hurt.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast again. The guy that is that looks like he's in better shape.
Okay.
Then I do Eldritch Blast plus the 1d4. 15.
Yes, you hit.
7 points of force damage.
Okay. And that Zvart falls over dead. So there's one left. It just so happens that it's its turn. And it too is going to disengage and run. However, it can't make it all the way to that door in this turn. So it will be about halfway across the library. It's far enough away from Matt that Matt doesn't get an opportunity attack on it, but it's almost right.
Shouldn't we try to capture it so that we get some information out of it?
So it's Mollis's turn.
Is the path in front of her open?
Yeah, that's the one that just ran.
How far to the door in the back?
I mean, it's 100 feet from where you're standing.
Okay. And the others are not inside.
Right. There's just the one in the room. The others are past the door. You can't see them.
She will move closer to the Svart so her teammates can enter the room and blast him out. And no, wait. She will move closer to the exit, but to the other exit, but looking, be careful not to step on any traps or activate any traps.
So if you're doing that, you're moving at half speed. So you can move 15 feet, which basically puts you, 5 feet? 10
she's
feet
a wood elf. Wood elf. So it's
Yeah.
basically a quotes dash action. So 70
You cannot
Half.
search for traps, combat, and move.
half is 35.
Yes. Okay. So you can move 15 feet, 17 feet, whatever. You were 5 to 10 feet back from the door, so you can move 5 to 10 feet into the room once all is said and done.
Okay, well, she does that.
All right, Maurice, it's your turn.
All right. And so all these guys have basically just run away, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's still one in the room in front of you, though from where you're standing, it's, it's 30, 40 feet away, but
Do I
that's it.
make a roll for a person? Sorry, for a perception to see traps?
Yeah, sure.
Which one, perception or investigation?
Perception. You wouldn't have time to do a detailed investigation
14.
in 6 seconds.
Ah,
Yeah, so you don't see anything.
okay.
Right, Maurice, go ahead.
Signature golden flower explosion. And then he puts on sunglasses. Just kidding.
What's your range on that again?
So for Sacred Flame is 60. And Maurice is actually going to, if he can, move into the room for the first time.
Okay. It definitely does not make it safe. So what's the damage?
Hey, that really was an explosion. 8.
Oof. Yeah, it shrieks in pain and radiative heat,
Yeah.
All right, so it's getting close to midnight. Unfortunately, I have this whole work thing I've got to do tomorrow. So I'm going to wrap this up quickly. You successfully routed the Zvart Warlock of Rexavort.
Come back.
And essentially, out of character, the big bad here was a warlock. Its patron saint was the demigod of the Zvarts. Its reason for being was to find magic items in order to bargain for more power from the demigod. So the bag it dropped did actually contain some small magic items. And in searching the room, because again, guys, it's almost midnight. I gotta wrap it up. In searching the room, you guys did find some treasure. I'm gonna go ahead and basically put this into the chat here, and I'll post it on the site, or excuse me, in the Facebook as well.
The event, okay.
So yeah, this guy is a collector of magic items, and so you were able to get a couple of items from him.
Nice.
When he chickened out and ran, because he's a coward at the end of the day. I appreciate everyone joining. This was a lot of fun.
Okay,
and hopefully I'll be able to balance it a little bit better next time. Thanks for bearing with me as I dust off my DM skills. They're a little rusty.
No. You did great, man. I had a lot of fun this session.
Same here. Thank you.
Yeah, it was fun.
Right.
Yeah, I enjoyed myself.
It was fun to getting knocked down, then coming back up, like getting a nat 20. That was pretty funny.
Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So I'll be stopping the broadcast here. And, to all our viewers, thanks for watching, and good night.